for a minute. I'm going to talk to y'all for a minute, man. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk. Welcome to the show. Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy, No Games. Smoke and Mirrors.
That's what I'm talking about right here. Real shit.
We going to get into this one.
You really know.
It's a real topic we must elaborate on. Shout outs to Steph B53 on the check-in already. It's No Games. We rocking out.
What you know about meditation up in the bay? No movement, only move is the fish on string. That's what I thought about. I'm feeling you, baby. These niggas is straight ass. This is shit I be meaning. All up in the cell, Buddha style alone. Punch one of them next time, they gon' use the phone.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.
Niggas is straight whack. Cry to the cops.
We gon' politic.
What the fuck, nigga? Out of state calls up brawl. You pop shit, dead that. Meet me in the yard. No sell gangster here.
I already did a track to that, Steph.
I'm heavy shit. Make you real short in the flip, bitch. Get a grip. I said he's CO scared. 3 years in the thing. I ain't trying to be here.
We gonna get into this,
right
man.
now, I'm blaze as hell. You booty nigga. See your punk ass in hell. Meditation.
I got some things I want to talk about.
Meditation. Hopefully he's been on slot. Meditation. Half these niggas don't keep it real. Never been behind bars, made plots on the kill. Meditation.
What's your definition of meditation?
Meditation. Hopefully he's been on slot.
Share this page. Shout out to Steph P. 6680 on the check-in.
I wake up, hands bent, knees folded together. Windows painted black, trying to block.
Go to my YouTube page.
I be in a part you play, you get up, blood make, not text grenades. I hit blap blap all through the cells and pallets. CO scared as hell, let the move in the silence. ID red tag, bitch. What was you getting?
That's a bet. Shout out to Timothy Hunter on the check-in.
Handcuffs, chain all day from the back, and ankles, chain too. Shit is taking me back. Can't even sit on shit, body aching and sore. What the fuck do you niggas know about going to war? Locked in the cage, that ain't no fucking joke. Locked in the cell, 24 hours.
Yeah, we about to get into this. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We about to check in. If you're on my YouTube page, the link is in the comments. If you want to get on the show, you want to call up the show. Phone lines is wide open. We're about to talk. I want to talk about some things. A lot of you dudes out here moving around, you young boys especially. I'm going to play one more song and then we're going to get into this. This is Smoke and Mirrors When You Tired of Being Gassed. We're going to play one more song, then we're going to get into it, man. Check this out.
Zoning.
Shout out to the whole No Game Entertainment family, No Game Records, New Rock City, 914. Westchester County, Money Earning, Mount Vernon, White Plains, YO,
just
what up?
Product of the game, and I'm still stacking up a bag with these pain punches, stacking ice cold bottles. You can keep the buckets. Hip hop never died.
Don Scribby on the check-in. That's what your YouTube page says.
Pedal to the metal, got them hype, but that's all gas. They shorty hella short.
If you're on my Instagram, go to my YouTube. Go to my YouTube page. Go to my YouTube page. If you're on my Instagram, No Game, one word, entertainment, second word. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. The link is in the comments. The link is in the comments. Join the show, become a guest on the show. If you don't, share the page on Instagram. We go on politic today. Situation almost happened.
Zoning.
You young boys got to learn a lesson. And I'm about to teach y'all right now. I'm going to talk to y'all.
New rock shit.
Phone lines are
Just
open.
the product of the game, and I'm still stacking up a bag with these pain punches, stacking ice cold bottles. You can keep the bucket. Hip hop never died, cause I still love it. Haters out here.
Big shout outs to the haters.
Hungry with a weak stomach, sick. Watch them Earl fast. Pedal to the metal, got them hype, but that's all gas. They shorty hella short with a thick ass, smoking Uncle Cleve with a strip of hash. Got me in my zone. Ain't no
big shout outs to Uncle
Ain't
Cleve.
no flexing on these niggas, what they looking at. What they gotta run it up, these numbers get your whole family whacked. Out of here. But we ain't here for that. The system wanna fight me, bet I'm fighting back. For little
If you're
bro,
OG
got
in the
me
hood, you
feeling
gotta
I should
teach the
grab
little
a
ones.
strap. My thoughts. With these bars and some pressure, I'll be on the map. I'll be on the fight map. Continues on the menu, killing rappers.
Y'all young boys don't know.
Lost, it ain't no coming back. Ain't no coming back. That's once you lost, it ain't no coming back.
It's no game.
I'm just focused, very focused, lemon cherry ghosting, boy hopeless, thinking shit's a game. Now you must be smoking, call around the town, asking people try and make me chill. I just want to box, where it stops, I don't want to kill. You about to get the definition of what's really real. He gonna need a doctor, couple stitches and a couple pills, and if I die, they gonna come and get you, that's just in the will. And if I die, they gonna come and get you, that's just in the will. Sitting in the station, about to tell it, bet the nigga will. He been a ratter and an actor, now just hear him squeal. Gotta watch these imitators selling lies on
Big
reels.
shout outs to Too
Know they
Cool.
ran
Big
you
shout
out
outs to
that
I Be
place, you wanna
Chillin'
die
_
for real? Who you talking to? I know you cooch, you lose your
Yeah.
grill. Take your meds and go to bed before you
No
snooze
games.
for real. Who you talking to?
Smoking
I know
mirrors.
you cooch, you lose your grill. Take your meds and go to bed before you snooze for real.
Big shout outs to everybody checking in, man. We about to politic real quick. I got you. We gonna politic right now. A lot of madness going on out here, man. Big shout outs to everybody that follow. Big shout outs to everybody that's rocking with me. We about to get into it right now. Yo, welcome to the show. It's your boy No Game Thief. You smoking mirrors. When you tired of being gassed. This show edition is about as you can see in the titles and the caps. The captions below telling you what today's topic is about. Today's topic is about you young guys. Y'all out here and y'all don't have no type of respect for the elders. Y'all don't have respect for nobody. Rest in peace, Songmaster. You know, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. But you young boys, y'all don't even understand who y'all be talking to or who y'all be coming across in these streets, especially you good kids that got it written all over your face. A lot of you young boys don't respect your parents at home, and your parents let y'all get away with the fly stuff that y'all be saying out y'all mouth, so y'all think y'all could come out here into the world and get disrespectful with everybody. Everybody ain't your parents. And y'all parents probably don't even play that, some of y'all. But a lot of you young dudes out here, y'all need to learn some respect before the streets teach y'all the levels of respect y'all don't want to be involved with. The phone lines are open, 646-738-9252. Hit me up. Let's talk about it. You become a guest on the show. You could give your opinions, all that. Keep it respectful because we don't tolerate disrespect on this show. I'm going to give you a little brief rundown of what happened. I'm outside minding my business. It's around time school let out, so all the schools is letting out. Kids walking down the street. I'm walking up the street. You know, it's a crowd. And these kids out here don't know the definition of respect when you see somebody walking down the same sidewalk as you and y'all take up the whole sidewalk and don't even try to move. This one gentleman, this young brother walking down with his peoples, whatever, he sees me, his people see me coming in the opposite direction. They respectively get on that side. He just takes it upon himself and wants to be disrespectful and step in my lane of path and bump me. So I bumps him back. And he turns around. And I look at him and I ask him, yo, something wrong? He looking at me. He don't say nothing. He spins. He starts walking. I guess his friends is walking with him. So something tells me to look back. And I asked the kid if he was all right. His friend, whoever he was, had shades on. He obviously was blind because he had shades on. He didn't even know what was coming about to approach him. And he asked me if I'm all right. I said, little man, you better go ahead, man, and enjoy the rest of your day. You all right? So I walks and I'm stepping, going in my direction, and something in my body just tells me to turn back around. So I turn back around and I see a group of little kids with some little girls. They had to be high schoolers. They definitely was. I see a young boy that passed me. You know, he's from the neighborhood, so he know who I am. These kids obviously didn't know who I am. That's a fact. Scribby, check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I turns around and I just happen to look back. And I see a group of kids like walking towards my direction, and I recognize the kid that bumped me, and I bumped him back, right? So I stop and I turn back around and I walk towards the whole group. So now as I walk towards the whole group, the kid that I had the bumping with, his eyes light up bright because he didn't think I was going to double back. So I turn back and I walks in the middle of the whole group, points to the kid, say, yo, you come here. He's scared now. He's gassing his friends to turn around like he wanted an issue with me, didn't even know who I was. And this be y'all young boys' problems. Y'all don't even be knowing half the people that y'all be acting all arrogant and stupid around and thinking y'all intimidating some older people. So I walks back in the middle of the group, points at the kid I had the bump with and tells him, yo, come here. He don't even want to walk to me. So his friend was like, yo, he's a kid though. He's a kid. I looks at him and I tells him disrespectfully, I know he's a kid. But what y'all little dudes, shout outs to 004 Spady on the check-in. What y'all little dudes need to realize is that a lot of people ain't playing like how y'all playing. Yeah, y'all might be out here doing reckless and dumb stuff, but a lot of y'all don't want to be involved in half the stuff y'all want to be involved in. So I looks at his friend. I said, I know he's a kid. Y'all kids to me. But what y'all young boys is going to do is y'all going to start learning how to respect people, because the energy you give off is the energy you're going to get back. And it might not be the energy that you want. Y'all young boys run around here and y'all want people to respect y'all, but y'all don't give off the respect. That could be detrimental to you. All you got to do is put out the energy that you want back. Now, this young boy, scared to death, because I'm talking to his whole crew, even the one that was blind. He wasn't blind per se, but he had shades on and he was kind of goofy. He didn't know. He was like 4 foot nothing. The tallest kid over there probably was like 5 feet. I'm looking at y'all little kids and I'm like, wow, y'all little kids really acted like y'all want a problem. So y'all don't know what y'all doing. So the kid that I knew from the neighborhood, seeing what was going on, he doubled back because he know the kids, and he's telling his peoples, nah, OG from my hood, bro, he good, like y'all don't know who y'all talking to. I said, young bull, man, y'all got to learn how to respect things, because you turning around and got your peoples turning around, making it believe like it was a situation, and I'm a grown man, I got kids older than him. I got kids older than him. And if it was a situation and it was really something that was stupid, my kids would have went and talked to the young bull, because I don't get involved with that. I would rather talk to the parents, because I would let them know how their child is moving in the street and it's dangerous for them. And it's also harm's way for the parents, because some of the parents ain't going to want to hear what they kid did. Some of the parents back their kids' stupidity. Some of the parents just are dumb to the fact they're not going to want to hear what the grown-up is saying. They're going to believe what the child is saying. So therefore, talking to the parents is the most simplest thing to do, but the parents are not with the children all the time, and the parents don't know what their kids are doing in the streets. Now, the kid that I had the little minor situation with, it wasn't even a situation because it wasn't even a harmful bump. He entered my path. I'm walking and we bumped into each other. It wasn't nothing major, like it was an issue or nothing. But the young boy gassed a whole bunch of other kids to come back towards my direction when he could have kept it moving, and it almost brought him a problem. I almost forgot that he was somebody's child, because this is what you young dudes be doing. Y'all be making some adults forget that y'all people's children. We all somebody's children. But at the end of the day, it's you younger dudes is the ones that's losing the respect. And the streets will be the one to teach y'all the lesson. And then y'all be the ones crying to your parents, lying to your parents, making it seem like you were a victim and you wasn't an aggressor in this situation. The phone lines are open, 646-738-9252. If you're following me on Instagram, hit the line. Let's chat about this. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Like, this is really crazy. Like, the young boys really don't have no respect. And that could be dangerous for him, her, y'all young girls too. It's dangerous for y'all, and it puts your family in harm's way. Parents, y'all got to find out what your kids is doing in these streets. These kids can put y'all in positions where y'all can have trouble. Or the other person can have trouble because you might be the type of parents that call the police and make up an allegation based off of what the child said. Now, this kid might go and tell all his friends he almost has static and all this other mess, which it wasn't nothing. Hyping the situation up. Try and make himself look good. But don't know who he ran across and talking to. He don't know that I could show up at the high school and talk to the security guards, get into school, have him pulled out of school, have the principals call his parents, and have his parents come up here and let him know what his kids is doing up here in school. Y'all kids better wake up and understand that when you jump off the sidewalk and you playing around in these streets and you being disrespectful to grown adults ain't gonna care about your ages. You're out here playing around with these weapons, listening to the wrong music, getting gas, and half you kids live in great homes, got your own bedroom, don't got no bills, nothing. And y'all still want to be tough. You know, the tough guys are trying to get righteous with their life because they don't want to continue to live like that. They don't want to continue to have to go into court and facing the system and worry about police coming to lock people up. Sidebar, just found out goofy ass friend of mine, used to be, that's what I'm going to say now. He used to be a friend of mine. Bugged out the other day, drew a knife. That's right, 004 Spady. But this sidebar is really retarded because prayers for the little kid in my city and the neighborhood across town who was struck by a knife, but by a dummy that I used to call a friend. He assaults 2 cops, and he's going to get a significant amount of time in prison. Now, anybody who's been to prison know, like I know, they don't play that assault on the babies. They don't play baby crimes, period. They don't play women crimes, nothing. The police, they don't play assault on police. Shout outs to Voodoo Child on the check-in. Phone lines is open, 646-738-9252. The topic is the young boys don't got no respect, and the streets is going to teach y'all. Parents, y'all got to get involved. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, or if you're on my YouTube channel, follow my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. No game, one word, entertainment, second word. Y'all young boys is out here running around, following people, imitating other people's lives, looking goofy. You're out here listening to this music and y'all following people that's going to lead y'all to the jailhouse. Y'all following people that got y'all being disrespectful to people out here that y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Yo.
Nigga, Puff about to go to jail and be gay for real, nigga.
Facts. Keefy D telling on everything out here.
You know he had something to do with killing Tupac. Yeah. Yeah, he about to go in there and throw his butt up.
Yo, it's over for him. It's over for him. We on the show. Welcome to the show. You on Smoke and Mirrors. We talking about the young generation has no respect, and they will try you. They don't value freedom or life, and they'll try and trick you off the streets. This is for everybody because these young boys is out here following people that's leading them down a tunnel, which is going to put them in prison, probably in the grave site. These parents is not knowing what these kids is doing. I was walking down the street, right? And you know, the high school let out, got the kids in the street. I'm walking in one direction. You know, the kids on one side. I'm walking on one side. And this young boy just took it upon himself to jump in the lane. And as he jumps in the lane, I'm walking and we bump each other. So I gives him the extended arm. Bing, bing. Shout outs to Cinematic AO on the check-in, right? So the kid looks back at me. So I'm like, yo, you all right? So his little homeboy who like 3 foot nothing with shades on in the daytime, he like, you all right? I said, little nigga, you better go ahead. Y'all know who y'all talking to? One of the chicks from the hood, her son walks by, gives me dap. So I'm like, yo, y'all go ahead. Y'all don't even know what's going on. So I turn and something told me to turn around. So I see the same kid with a group of kids turn around to walk in my direction. So you know me, I double back to them. So now they freeze. So I points the kid out. Yo, come here. So he's scared to move. So his friend's like, yo, he's a kid. I said, yo, be quiet, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with you. I said, this is the problem with you young boys. Y'all don't have no respect for no elders. And y'all think y'all could be disrespectful with anybody, but y'all don't know who y'all be crossing in the street. I said, if there was a situation, little young bull, I would have made it lit for you. I said, I got kids older than you. I looked at his friends and said, I know he a kid. You go have a nice day. Get out my way. This is what y'all need to learn. Y'all need to learn some respect because y'all don't even know who y'all be talking to at times. So the young bull from the hood comes back and he's telling the boys, yo, y'all don't know who this is. Y'all don't know who y'all talking to, bro. Y'all niggas, yo, y'all got to chill. So I give the young bull dap, say, yo, have a nice day. And these young kids see it. So at the end of the day, to elaborate, I just want your input on what you think the young generation is on and where they went wrong.
I think you're talking to me, right?
Yeah.
I think so much it ain't the accountability is not on the young generations. It's on the generations that's before them that didn't teach them anything. You feel what I'm saying? Like a lot of these kids, they don't run to the churches, and I am perfectly okay with their explanations because I'm not a fan of the churches neither. So a lot of judgmental stuff that take place in the churches and stuff is not what the kids is looking for. But to say, Hendo, that comes from the respect of the parents. The parents have to instill that into the child. And what's happened is that these parents are more focused on being cool with their kids and justifying for their kids rather than seeing a reason for them to be honorable and respectable. When we were coming up, our father would drain into our head that messing up the family name was a big deal. These kids don't care about their family name. They don't care about who they are. They just want to be who they are, even if it kills them. And it's sad. But it comes from home, though. It all starts from home.
Right. We were saying, but most parents don't know what their kids is doing outside, though. These kids is good kids coming from the kid that I had we bumped each other. You could see he was a good kid. He's soft spoken because he didn't really want to be a fool in the street. He didn't want to be that type of kid that try to look like somebody important to his friends, because he turned back and said, I said my bag. I said, yo, you didn't say nothing, bro. Let's be real. I'm here to talk to you as a man, as an older brother to a younger brother, because this is what you not getting. And that little gesture right there can be dangerous to you in life, because everybody ain't gonna talk to you like I'm gonna talk to you. You might try that with somebody that might try and take your head off. It's all about giving. It's all about putting out the proper energy. Now, if you wanted me to come back at you and say, excuse me, young brother, that could have happened. But the way you fed off the energy is the way you got it back. And it didn't get really like crazy, because I know that you a little dude. But you got to take into consideration, these little dudes don't be caring if you know that they a little dude or not. They be thinking that they bigger than you and been on this earth longer than you have.
Yep. That's one of the unfortunate situations of trying to coach the younger generation now, because they'll do something to you, you know?
Yo, and it be the parents too. The parents, some of the parents, they play dumb to it. Some of the parents don't want to hear the grown-up telling them what's going on with their son. Why the grown-up is even at the parents' like presence or house to even explain to the parent what's going on with their son. Some people just won't even explain nothing and just do what they feel is necessary.
Yeah, you know, it's the funny thing I always say now with today's generation and today's parents. The kid could have shot 6 people the night before. He gets shot and killed. Now his whole family on the media.
He was a good kid.
Good kid, and he played high school football in '89, but he just shot 6 kids yesterday. You know, that comes.
Then they want to talk about how they need to stop the gun violence. They should be on it in the beginning. They should be figuring out ways to figure out how to get the kids' brains off of wanting to be violent. No, what they do is they don't have nothing for the children to get involved. The parents is not looking for anything for the children to get involved in, to take them away from the influences that's standing around doing nothing. All these people that's leading these kids to be disrespectful outside don't be having nothing to going on for themselves.
But you also know what's unfortunate, Hendo? We keep saying parents, right? And you know, I have my faults as being a parent or whatever.
We all have.
You know, but you got to remember, and I was just saying this to my son, Jordan, right? You got all these young boys that's being raised by these women. And I don't take nothing from women. Women are doing the best they can, how they can. But today's women, they're a little irrational. They're a little, you know, unnecessary with their behavior. So
right.
Now, these boys, they grow up sensitive now. That's why you got so many young boys that's doing 20, 30 years of life, because their moms is encouraging them to be more sensitive rather than listening to another man and being able to talk things out and iron things out and critically think. The first thing you want to do is get emotional, you know, and I don't blame that on the mothers, because they doing the best they can, you know, for whatever situation.
Nah, you can't say that, because you can only say that for some of the mothers, because some of the mothers really have lost their baby fathers to the streets, or some of their baby fathers caught life in prison. But what about the baby mothers that had the baby fathers there and they just remotely stripped the kids away from them for financial gains? This is where the kids, some of these kids that's running around in the street disrespectful now, is because they're from that type of environment where all they heard was their mother bashing their father. All they heard was things going on. Then as they get older, the woman can't tell a young man certain things no more, because he's going to rebel against the woman.
They end up getting rid of the young man. They say, oh, I can't take him no more. I'm tired of him. I'm this, that, and the third. After you can deplete him, deplete him of everything, and then don't show him life, what's about life, you throw him away.
Some of these kids are kicked out of their homes at 16 years old. So we have to take into consideration a lot of things are happening, but it's all messed up, because The music's added. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. The music's added. The way that the environment is being painted and drawn up by a lot of these dudes in the street that's not living that lifestyle, but they perpetrating that they are. They convincing these kids to go left. And these kids, some of these kids were athletes. Some of these kids have great backgrounds, but they just see the same ignorant stuff out there on a daily basis. They parents, before they get home to get to their parents, they done absorbed and sponged all the street tactics and the street BS and thinking that's the way to live. And it's not.
Yeah, it's most unfortunate. There's so many factors, you know, dads not being in the home, you know, mothers fighting against dads. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much unfortunate situations that take place where these kids are thinking that they have to grow up. And,
a lot of kids, look, a lot of kids are experiencing a lot of toxic and violence in their houses with their mother and dad there. That causes the splits too. A lot of violence going on in these homes that people don't be knowing about.
It's from back home. If you come from a black home and you come from the hood like we do, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna experience that. You feel what I'm saying? And what we don't realize as a culture is that that type of stuff is not working. It's not feasible, because at the end of the day, all right, you get your time on this earth, whatever. But when you start making it about kids, it's not about the kids. It's not about who's the parent that's stronger and making the best decision. If you can't be a team and you can't work together, then at least make the right decision for the child. You know what I'm saying?
So what you think needs to happen far as getting these young boys some help? We need to reach out to some people and talk to some people to get these boys some programs or something to where they can vent, because a lot of kids who are on this type of time, they just be needing to get that off of their chest, and they need somebody to hear them out on how messed up their life is. And then after you hear that, you can figure out the resources and the blueprint and the tactics on how to get these kids right. There's a lot of grown adults that need to step in and become a part of the solution and stop playing dumb and naive and separate to all the situations basing off of feelings and stuff, because that's where it be coming from. It ain't my kid. It ain't my family. I don't know him. So what? You ain't got to know the young brother to save him. You ain't gotta know that person. You don't even have to know their parents to save a kid who out here bugging out in the street. And you see about to crash into something that's really gonna hurt him. You could stop him. A lot of people don't want to help and teach no more because they don't care.
These young boys, one thing about it, these youth today, they gotta be able to trust us too.
That too.
You know, that's a whole nother issue. That's why I tell you, it's so many factors involved. These youth also acting the way they acting is because they don't trust the elderly that's in front of them. We too judgmental. We keep talking about what happened back in the days, and they can't relate to what happens back in the days. We got to be able to talk to these children and talk to these youth on what they know today. It's unfortunate that some guys that's leading these kids into gangs and stuff like that, they not telling these kids the truth. They not telling them about when you go to prison that all the glitz and the glory and the glam is gone. They're not even telling them about how they don't want to go to jail, how they done sat in the office and secretly gave up information. They don't want to reveal the truth about them. They just painting these kids a wrong story, and these kids is believing it, and these kids' parents and the ones that love them, they elders, is telling them that what they being fed is a bunch of BS, and they still want to be disrespectful and believe the facade though. Because they don't trust us.
You don't trust an adult, but you trust somebody else your age that you see is doing the stupid stuff, getting chased by the police, getting shot at, selling drugs, getting ran up by the police, getting locked up, doing all these young boys that's following that tradition. They locked up 18 years to life, 20 to life, 31 to life. They ain't never coming home.
Well, you know, the crazy thing about it is that they, like I said, it's all about trust, because at the end of the day, they follow a lot of, they want to follow the adults, but then when they seeing these adults contradict themselves, or they able to have a drink and party right next to the same elder that's trying to tell them right from wrong, it's hard for them to believe someone or believe what they got going on is true when they contradicting themselves every single day. You know what I'm saying? Lexa, turn off lights. You know, that's what these kids are doing. That's it's unfortunate about human beings, but that's what humans do. We look to point out people's flaws. And then when somebody try to correct us or make a judgment that's in your best interest, the first thing we looking at is what they did wrong. That's why our nationality, our culture can't learn.
Right.
You know?
Right. It's understandable.
Too judgmental. And I'm not saying you, but how I'm gonna listen to you and you telling me not to do this and not to do that, and then I'm catching you in the bar because I'm able to go in the bar now. I'm 18, but I'm in the street, so they letting me in the bar, and I'm in the bar watching you act a fool. How am I gonna listen to you? You feel what I'm saying?
Real thing about it though is after the situation happened, I walked back up on the group of people, right? The group of young boys and young girls. I'm sitting there talking to them, and as I'm talking to them, everybody's whole mind state changed. Now they start nodding in their head in agreement. Shout outs to Primetime A on the check-in. The phone lines is open, 646-738-9252. Smoking Mirrors Live with your host, No Game Feeve. Got my special guest, my brother Sonny down in NC. You know, we just elaborating on the youth right now, man, and what needs to take place to get their mind right. So as I was saying, I'm talking to the young boys and the young girls, and as I'm talking to them, everybody's whole mind state changes, even the young kid that I had the bumping with. I'm like, listen, I'm here to let you know and teach you something. I'm here to teach you that if you want respect, you have to give it as a man. You know, I'm talking to you as a man to a younger brother because this is what y'all don't get. I said, and this is why y'all think that it's okay to run around here and don't have to respect nobody or nothing in this movement. So at the end of the day, I'm sitting here talking to you, and I'm not coming at you with no smoke, young brother, because I ain't got no issue with you. It was a harmless bump, and what you need to understand is that everybody's not going to talk to you like this. So you need to walk around here and carry yourself with a little bit more respect and a little bit more self-respect at that, because you out here looking goofy and your boys out here looking goofy. Y'all don't know what somebody could have on them. Y'all don't know what's going on, and y'all just coming home from school, and the way it'll look like somebody was being aggressive with the young school kid. So at the end of the day, learn from this one right here. Don't be no goofy and walk past this situation and then be ignorant and then get into something else where you could have thought it through, and then you find yourself in a worse situation than you had before. And they look, his friends is nodding their heads, the girls is nodding their heads, and he's like, you know what, you right. I say, yo, y'all have a nice day, B. Y'all have a nice day. And that's what it be taking sometimes. And just like you said, the kids was willing to trust me at that moment, even though they didn't know the depths of the whole situation. They just knew that their friend said to them that they had a situation. They seen one person by itself, which was me, and they thought they could move on me until I turned back, and they realized, dag, he dumb big, and he ain't walking away from me. He's walking towards us. So they stopped and froze, and that gave me the opportunity to grab a hold of their ears. Because once you get the ears, you got the brain. And once you got the brain controls the body. I got their ears first. And at the end of the day, they walked off with a lesson. That's the key. The key is to leave the lesson. I ain't playing with nobody, and I ain't got time to be playing with nobody's child, because I got a lot of things in my life I got to take care of. And I got to make sure my kids stay respectful out here, because I'm not tolerating that. So at the end of the day, he's going to get a lesson. Now, this one's on me. Next one's on you. Next one's on you. And then if it ain't gonna be a next one, because now I'm gonna find out who you are, who you connected to, and I'm gonna have a talk with your parents and let them know what happened and what took place from it. And I think your son could benefit from the words that I gave him. You know, I ain't a person out here that's on that time, and I'm for the kids, I'm for the community, and I do things. You know, if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And I'm not gonna co-sign wrong with right. You dig what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. That's grown man status. And once these young boys understand that there's really still men out here that talk and speak and move and act on accord, then they'll understand that these dudes that I was looking at and watching, these dudes is a bunch of goofy dudes. I don't need to be following them. Yo, you know, the store generated so many young boys. And matter of fact, you know what's so crazy? He looked like one of the young boys that stopped by my store one day. He probably know my son. So at the end of the day, the world can be so small for a kid who really don't know. This is why us as being big brothers, I don't even call us elders. We big brothers to these young dudes. The ones who want to listen, you give it to them. The ones who don't want to listen, you still try to stop the situation, but you know how far to go with it. Because once a certain type of line is drawn, then you don't cross it. At the end of the day.
And what these kids, sorry to cut you off, but what these kids don't understand too, just a couple of towns or a couple of cities over, you might not get that pass.
That's right.
You might get hurt.
That's
you know
right.
Like, not to take nothing from the Yonkers and the Mount Vernons and stuff like that, but they operate differently where we come from. You know what I'm saying?
They living in survival, young man.
Yeah,
shout outs to Mount Vernon, shout outs to Yonkers, shout outs to Black Plains, shout outs to the whole 914, man.
Don't forget Tuckahoe.
Shout outs to Tuckahoe, Peekskill. Before they changed to the 845, they was 914, man. Shout outs to Sing Sing City, man. Ossining, man. They was all 914 before they changed, man. Facts. Facts. But yeah, man, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the show. Make sure y'all tap in. Sunday, I got the live show coming up. I'm going to have another guest. We're going to build. We're going to politic. Until then, each one teach one. Love us more. You dig? Out of here.